famous Rabbonim of yester year. And friends, here on Tetzvav Elul, the 15th of Elul, marks the Hilula of a great rabbi from Turkey. His name was Rabbi Nissim Avraham Ashkenazi, Zeche Tzadik Libracha. He was actually born in English year 1790, and he passed away on the 15th of Elul in the year 1860, approximately at the age of 70. He became a great rabbi in Izmir of Turkey, which had a great Torah Jewish community at that point in time, and was the author of many different great Torah works. It's actually interesting. The family Ashkenazi in of itself were a great family with many different great rabbanim, especially living in Turkey throughout hundreds of years. They actually descend, reported over, from Rabbi Yosef ben Rabbi Gershon Ashkenazi, who I believe was a famous merchant of selling gems and various different things in Budapest in Hungary. And they would eventually move, I believe, around the year 1709, about 80 years before Rabbi Nissim was born, to Turkey in of itself, which is very interesting enough. He actually came from great rabbinic heritage. He himself was born in Turkey. His mother's name was Rabbanit Rachel, and his father's name was Rabbi Raphael Ashkenazi, who was also a famous rabbi in Turkey. He was the author of the Mara Hanoga and various different Torah works and various different activities and Torah activities he did within regards to Turkey itself. His grandfather, though, was also a great rabbi, Rabbi Yehuda Ashkenazi, who happened to be one of the great rabbis of Izmir also, and I think he authored various different Torah colossal works of himself. He gave great sermons, great writings on the Talmud Bavli, and was the author of Toranim Pora, I think those various different collections of books. He would get married, Rabbi Nissim would, to his wife, Rabbanit Rachel Shurata, who was from also a very distinguished family. She was the daughter of Rabbi Chia Pontrimoli. Rabbi Chia Pontrimoli was one of the famous Posek Alachas and Dayans, judges in Turkey, and author of the She'elot Tshuvot, the questions and answers book called the Tzfichat B'Dvash, which we've brushed on this great rabbi before. And he would actually go on, Rabbi Nissim, to be one of the great rabbis of the city. He would be the rabbi. He will become a dayan, a judge, in a famous Bet Din, the Jewish court in Izmir, along with the famous Rabbi Chaim Pelagi. I think this was a tenure which would last more than 7 years also. He did suffer quite a lot in life also, which I'm not going to get into so much. He was really great rabbi. His brother-in-law was, I think, the famous Rabbi Chaim Pontrim Moli. Very great rabbi. I think he himself had various different children, descendants, Rabbi Pontrim Moli, I think including Rabbi Chaim Ashkenazi, and Rabbi Raphael Yom Tov Ashkenazi, and Gershon Aliyah Ashkenazi, who were the famous rabbis in the city of Izmir in of itself. So let's explore some of the books that Chacham Nissim wrote. Many of them came out in his time. Many of them came out, I think, through the publishing of his brother. His brother actually published it in of itself. The books included the Nechmad Lemar'ah, which was a Perush Al HaYerushalmi, which was based on the various different parts on the Shas in the Gemara in of itself. Then there was the Ma'aseh Avraham, which was a shoot. It was a She'elot and Shuvot, questions and answers book on the 4 Chalakim of the Shulchan Aruch, the Code of Jewish Law. Then another great Torah work was the Rash Avraham. This was based on drashot, on the Pirushim of the Torah of itself, the various different explanations and expoundings of the Torah. Then there was the Na'ah Doresh, which was drashot shonot, as we classified it. And then there was the Na'ah Lehodot, which was Perush on the Tehillim, on the book of Psalms. King David authored the vast majority of the Psalms in of itself. And I believe that the various different publications of him was printed. Some of it, I'm not sure if it went inside the Geniza or not, but there was a lot of great Torah works which he actually published in of itself, and very much I would recommend everyone. I think it was actually, there was a printings of his. I'm not sure where it was published in of itself, but there was definitely more excellent works that he actually wrote and authored. It's actually interesting that in Turkey at that point in time, especially in the 1800s, it was probably one of the bastion areas of Torah in the whole world in of itself, where many of the people across the world, many of the great questions would come and be asked in Turkey. Many of the great Sefrim books that would be written would have been in Turkey, and he was very much part of that golden era, the golden era of Izmir in of itself. He had great Talmidim also, which is interesting. His including Rabbi Gershon Aliyah Ashkenazi. This is one of his, I think, the son of his brother, who we mentioned before, and Rabbi Raphael Yom Tov Ashkenazi, who we mentioned before, also the son of his brother. So please don't forget to light candles in his memory. It's his Hilula here on Tetvav Elul. Please subscribe to the channel. We've covered nearly 400 great rabbis of yesteryear, many of them from Turkey. We've probably covered about 30 different Turkish rabbis. Like the videos, share the videos. We're a community here, and wishing you blessings here from Israel. Take care, and wishing you all well.